Hello, hello, hello. It seems we are live. Hopefully everything's working quite nicely. My PC for some reason has been running a bit shit this morning. I have no idea why. I understand it when I don't have my Ethernet plugged in. It's like, alright. My internet, isn't the best. So without it, things kind of take a hot minute. That's fine. I can understand that. TEW itself has kind of just been a bit laggy. Like, I've been clicking something and sometimes I'm like, oh god, I have to wait a couple of seconds. Don't understand it. Don't understand it. Anyway, hello, AEW Dynamite. I have a new pair of headphones. These are some kind of little in-ear boys that block out the surrounding audio and all that jazz. Let me just check the audio to make sure everything's fine. Everything seems fine. Yeah, so if I sound a little different, it's because I can't really. I used to use just these little over-the-head headphones that I had for years and years. But now I have these in-ear boys, and the audio is really good, but I can't really hear myself. So maybe that'll be a bonus. Maybe I'll just sound like I'm partially deaf. Who knows? See, that's what I mean. I've clicked this. I've clicked give the night off, and it's not the end of the world. But I was kind of like, oh god. Booking team meeting, that's fine. We shouldn't need to do anything. We're here at AEW Dynamite. The fallout from Revolution, I think. If you can hear a really loud dishwasher in the background, it's just because I put it on in the hopes of... It was just a little dirty. It itself needed washing. T-Hawk was annoyed by team building. Pac and Excalibur have some heat. DDP ran drills for 9 women. Cody ran them for 13 men. Marco Stunt pulled a classic rip on Justin Roberts. Bailey created a fun atmosphere. Nice. So was the last show Revolution? Oh, that's fine. So the uploads of this are pretty up to date. So, as usual, we need our AEW Dynamite opening. That's nice. I hope the the background Minecraft music isn't too loud. Cody, Mox, Omega, Jim Ross, DDP. I really wish some of these people could move up so I can add them to the opening. Yeah, that should about do. I never fully know what music to put on in the background of these because I don't want it to just be my voice. And I don't want to put it in after the stream. So it's normally a toss-up between RuneScape and Minecraft. So we have a highlight video from AEW Revolution, focusing on Jon Moxley. So we just do Jon and Chris Jericho. Just a little hype pre-taped video. Again, 1 minute. That's fine. And then our new AEW champion Moxley makes his way to the ring. Moxley says the AEW Championship is beautiful because of what it represents. Mox says he will defend the title with his life and there isn't a single wrestler that can pry it out of his hands. He says I have a message for the whole Inner Circle. How dare you. Inner Circle doesn't make Moxley wait either as they walk out on stage. Jericho says he doesn't need a belt to be less champion. And the fans chant, yes you do. Jericho says the Moxley era has begun and asks the fans if they like that. They affirm they do, and he says it sucks ass. He says that Moxley's championship win was based on a lie and calls him a cheater. Jericho says that Moxley has turned the Inner Circle from a group of nice guys to a hit squad. Jericho says Moxley will not walk out of tonight's main event on his own 2 feet. Mox thanks the fans. Jericho says he will not out of the main event on his own 2 feet. Nice. Moxley says that he's going to do exactly what he did at Revolution. 5 minutes in the ring, that's fine. Pretty much just do Chris Jericho and John Moxley. They can be cutting promos with Sammy, Jake Hager, Santana, and Ortiz just on non-speaking rules. They don't really need to say anything at the start of this. We have a commercial break and then we go straight into an 8-man tag. I don't know why it's doing this. Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver against Colt, Frankie, Christopher, and Scorpio. Colt Cabana makes his AEW debut at Revolution when he helped out SCU against the Dark Order. Sky hangs Reynolds up in the ropes and Cabana goes to the top. The Sky hits a somersault plancha onto the other members of the Dark Order on the outside. Cabana hits the Chicago skyline for the pin. Uh, 12 minutes. We could probably make this Wild Brawl, to be honest. Evil Uno says this is not how this was supposed to go, and the Exalted One will be furious. Says this is not how it was supposed to go, and the Exalted One will be furious. We probably need to kind of get on with signing Brody Lee. I'm so excited to have him, and I'm going to be so sad when we kind of have to figure out what we're doing with him. Stu, Alex, John, Colt. Colt is kind of in this Dark Order storyline. So the Dark Order, for the most part, we could probably remove a lot of these other tag teams. Remove Cutler, maybe remove Chuck T, and Cody, and probably Hangman, and Jack Evans. And let's add Colt and put him with SCU. Nice. And a little bit of the bubbly, that is kind of still going on. It is mostly Chris Jericho, Darby's in it, Jungle Boy's kind of in it. MJF not really. Bunny Butcher and the Blade, not really. So Chris Jericho. Oh, we need Jake Hager. He can be on a minor role with Chris Jericho. John Moxley kind of aligned with Darby. Jungle Boy, again, kind of aligned with them. Perfect. Boop. Yeah, Colt, Frankie, Scorpio, and Daniels. 2 minutes, maybe? We got a video package highlighting the Young Bucks against Omega and Page match at Revolution. I always like these post pay-per-view shows because it is mostly just highlights. So we have Kenny, Hangman, Matt Jack and Nick Jack. I guess serious, maybe. So on my own personal save... Oh, we'll talk about my personal save when we're simming. We have Big Swole against Lever Bates. Swole lands on her feet and hits a leaping enziguri, followed by a slingshot cutter and then dirty dancing for the pin. Feels like just a short one. 3 minutes should do. And then Cody Rhodes makes his way down to the ring as we head for the break. Cody says wrestlers work their entire careers to get on a pay-per-view, and when you win your match you get a bigger payday. Cody says his issues with MJF has gone from simply personal to now business. Jake Roberts comes out. The Snake says he hates to spoil the party, but he got tired of hearing Cody cry and bitch. Roberts says it's been a 20-year journey for him to get clean and right, and he's earned it. Roberts talks about the mind game he played as a wrestler, and he says that he will be on the outside the ring when his client faces Cody. Roberts calls Cody Caesar and says what a snake wants he takes. He says he isn't AEW to take the whole pie, just Cody's share. A wise man once told me never turn your back on someone you respect or you're afraid of. Roberts says as he turns his back on Cody and walks away. So this storyline, what's this one? This is the American Nightmare. So Arn's in it, that's fine. Cody's in it. Darby, supporting. Yeah, we can remove DDP. He's in it. MJF, Wardlow. Let's add... Do we have Jake Roberts? I have no idea why it's taking this time. Oh, I forgot he got signed by NXT. Alright. Do we have another manager? Rule manager? Any outside ring rule? Yeah, Tully's with Sean Spears. Jeff Jarrett wouldn't really work. Chavo could work. Is there anyone local? A lot of people. Right, search, status, retired wrestler. There's not a single person retired. No, fine. Build them up, Brutus, Buff. You know what? James Mitchell could work. Angle, if we add James Mitchell to that storyline. I know he's no Jake the Snake, but... Major role. Cody says it's personal with MGF. Mitchell interrupts. Calls. Interrupts. Calls Cody a bitch. See, he's coming for him. Yeah, that kind of works. Let's have Cody cut a promo. Same with James Mitchell. With MJF off screen. Did I add James Mitchell to this? I did. 5 minutes in the ring. Scripted's fine unless no one wants it to be. That is good. We then have the Bastard Pack against Chuck Taylor. Let me just check on some food I have in the oven. Nice, it's fine. They can probably be turned off after we finish this show. Jim Ross and Excalibur reveal that neither Nick Jackson nor Kenny Omega were cleared to be here tonight. Taylor charges at Pac, but Pac moves out of the way and hits a slingshot cutter. Pac charges at Taylor, but Taylor catches him in the awful waffle. 1, 2. Pac kicks out. Taylor goes to the top and attempts a moonsault, but Pac moves and knocks in the brutalizer. This could probably steal the show. Pac, steal the show. OC gets in Pac's face. Lucha Brothers attack. Pac introduces Death Triangle. To AEW. So Orange Cassidy, Chuck, Trent. Sorry, I'm so knackered. I had a run this morning and I have not felt great afterwards. Penta and Phoenix. Storyline. So, best friends. We could probably alter that and put it as Death Triangle. Death Triangle friends. Shout out to Jay Cartwright. Pac. Let's add Rey Fenix. And Penta El Zero Murdo. With Pac. Sweet. 3 minutes should do. I don't think anyone wants to be unscripted. Oh no, Penta does. Spears and Tully say they have been in search for the perfect partner. Who was Spears with? Sean Spears and... Oh, I was thinking of the Dubstep Cowboys. This is just a backstage 2-minute promo. Sean cutting a promo, same with Tully. Oh, nothing specific. And then we have QT against Jake Hager. He runs a trucking company now. I assume Jake Hager's winning, yes. Marshall hits a handspring and Singuri and then sidesteps a charging Hager in the corner. Marshall goes to the top and connects with a Swanton Bomb for a near fall. Marshall goes for a swinging DDT, but Hager blocks it and destroys him with a Hanson Lariat. Hager locks in a standing arm triangle for the submission victory. Rhodes attacks Hager after the match, but Proud and Powerful attack from behind. Cody hits the ring. To clear house, Ortiz hits Cody in the back with a chair, but Nick Jackson hits the ring and delivers several super kicks, but eats a suplex from Hager. Adam Page walks out with a beer and attacks the inner circle. Page hits the buckshot Larry on Hager, but flips off Matt Jackson before leaving. Inner Circle, and the Nightmare Family. Family Brawl. Until Hangman makes the save, flipping off Matt Jackson. So we have everyone but the Big E's: Santana, Ortiz, Sammy, and Jake Hager. We have Matt Jackson. Was it Matt? Yeah. Dustin, Cody, QT, and the Hanger. 4 minutes should do. Yeah, no one wants to be unscripted. MJF says he went from Protege to Prodigy at Revolution. Reveals a I pinned Cody jacket. MJF cutting a promo on Cody. Wardlow, non-speaking role. 4 minutes. Does he want to be scripted? Yeah. And then the main event is Jon Moxley and Darby Allin against Jericho and Guevara. Darby Allin is injured. Who took his role? At Revolution. No, he's out for a whole month, like. So if we do show history, he took on Sammy Guevara. Bandido. You know I'm happy with Bandido. Put this one about maybe 22 minutes. In the ring, Allin hits a running back elbow and then a flipping stunner. Allin hits the coffin drop, but Jericho breaks it up. Allin backdrops Jericho over the top and then attempts a tope suicida right into a Judas effect in midair. Jericho tosses Allin back in the ring and Guevara covers him for the win. Says to Chris Jericho is the victor, Bandido is the loser. Make this storytelling. Moxley hits the ring with a chair and throws it at Hager, but he gets overpowered. Hager powerbombs Moxley off the stage and through a table. Moxley off the stage and through table. They all flip him off to end the show. Jon Moxley, Bandido, Chris, Sammy, Santana, Ortiz, Jake Hager. Probably improvised. So we have 7 more minutes. Is there anything we could add? We could have a Big Bill match to build up Big Bill. Could have Bill Morrissey take on Billy Gunn, Battle of the Bills. How long do we need? 7 minutes. Make it 5 with Morrissey going over. I'm probably going to do Morrissey as James Mitchell's. And let's do it. Who's injured? Is it Brian Cage? Yeah, Lance Archer's broke his neck. I thought we had Brian Cage. Oh, this is all non-wrestlers. Yeah, we do. Sweet. Let's just do a quick tag team. Let's do women. Where's Shida? Shida and face. Statlander probably. taking on heels Nakajima and Madison Rayne, maybe? Madison Rayne's probably one of the few women that are actually recognisable. Pretty sure, and it's stick Shida over. I think I could probably just run the show. So what's it saying? What's the issue? A couple of people unhappy, but nothing major. I have no idea why it's doing this. Sometimes I kind of understand it is me, I'm not clicking the right place, and I'm like, why is it taking forever? I just haven't clicked it. There we go. In a pre-show bout that subpar wrestling in little heat, Shida and Statlander defeated Rain and Nakajima when Shida pinned Shoko with a Tamashi no 3 count. AEW Dynamite opening, and we've got highlight videos from Revolution focusing on Jon Moxley. Mox thanks the fans, and Jericho says he will not walk out the main event on his own 2 feet. In a decent wild brawl, Cabana, Kaz and SCU defeated the Dark Order when Cabana pinned Alex Reynolds with an inverted Boston Crab. Uno says this is not how it was supposed to go, and the Exalted One will be furious. We then get highlights of the Omega Page against Young Bucks match, and in a bout which didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Swole defeated Bates in 310 with a Blue Thunder Bomb. Cody says it's personal with MJF. Mitchell interrupts and calls Cody a bitch, and says he's coming for him. In a good match, Pac defeated Chucky T in 12:37 by submission with the Brutalizer. OC gets in Pac's face, but Lucha Brothers attack. Pac introduces Death Triangle to AEW. In a bout which had decent reaction from the crowd but terrible wrestling, Big Bill defeated Billy Gunn in 5:25 by pinfall with an East River Crossing. Spears and Tully have seen that I've said a lot of things, to be honest. Spears and Tully say they've been in search for the perfect partner. Jake Hager defeated QT Marshall in 8:33 by pinfall with a Hager Bomb. The Inner Circle and the Nightmare Family brawl after the match until Hangman makes the save, ending by flipping off Matt Jackson. MJF says he went from protege to prodigy at Revolution and reveals an I-pinned Cody jacket. And then in our main event of the evening, and about which had great heat and good wrestling, the Inner Circle defeated Moxley and Bandido when Jericho pinned Moxley with a Judas effect. Hager powerbombs Moxley off the stage and through a table. They all flip him off to end the show. In what could be one of our best end of show angle ratings, to be honest. Especially one featuring all the Inner Circle. 9 regions, 72 use Sammy. That could be our best Dynamite, I'm thinking. Let's have a quick scout ahead to see if there is anyone we need to hire for next week. Paige and a mystery partner take on Jericho and Guevara. Oh, sorry, let's take your food out. I've left the oven on. I started batch making some breakfast burritos. Financially, how do we do? 210, not bad. Popularity recap, that's fine. I don't really mind that too much. Ortiz takes on Cody Rhodes. Chris Statlander and Shida take on Nyla Rose and B. Priestley. Chris Daniels mocks the Dark Order. Butcher and the Blade take on Jurassic Express. Derby vignette, Britt Baker promo, Death Triangle take on Private Party, and Joey Ryan. Not Joey Ryan, Joey Janela. See Joey Ryan try to make a comeback to wrestling. What an arsehole. Then the main event is Adam Page. Surprise partner, it's Dustin Rhodes. No, nothing new that I can see. There might have been something, but there's a whole chance I could have missed it. How is everyone? How is everyone doing? I hope the people watching this video enjoy it. Jeff Cobb's got some trouble. Joey General return, nice. Nicole Savoy's fully fit, nice. House shows. I think we can do less house shows if I'm honest. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is pretty mental. That's fine, I think. So I need to hire James Mitchell. Did I say there was someone I was going to hire? Oh, there's someone is coming in to replace Jonah Rock. Wasn't I going to bring in Jonah Rock to replace Lance Archer whenever he debuts? So we got that, that's fine. James Mitchell, I'm also happy to bring in Mitchell. Written for a year. Jack Whitehall. We need to add the stable of Death Triangle. There it is. Sorry, I should have realised it was ZZ_stable_DT. I feel like Pac's the leader. Penta and Ray Fenix can be members. I think this is just like a male heel stable. Not a brotherhood. I might try and find some way to change these to GIFs. I just prefer GIFs. Oh, sorry. Is there a small, active, max size, insignificant company? NWA is pretty insignificant. Alright. Is there a tiny company? Beyond ICW Wrestling Revolver. If I try and contact Beyond, attempt takeover, relationship, negotiate, adopt a friendly attitude, propose the accept of elemental workers. Don't feel I'm large enough. How large am I? Oh, medium. Howie. What if I search? What if I try insignificant? Where's the NWA? Relationship. Negotiate. Fine. I just want the developmental. Where's Ring of Honor? I will attempt. Who's Clifford London? Oh, I don't like gens. Graduation's disabled. Nice. Save. I guess we can just continue then. There isn't really much more to do. I don't think. Anyway, let's talk about my save outside of this. So I'm currently running... Talk about this episode. Currently running a 1996 save. I have just done WrestleMania 14, which I believe is the 1998 WrestleMania. Let me give you a little rundown of the world, rundown of what's going on. Brian Pillman, still alive, still wrestling. So, a bit before the Royal Rumble, quite a bit before, like maybe 4 months before the Royal Rumble. I can't remember about when. I think July. Steve Austin wrestled Triple H and broke his neck. Great. So I thought, alright, I'll replace Steve Austin. Replace everything going on with Steve Austin with Ken Shamrock. And in the meantime, I was continuing the feud between Goldust and Brian Pillman. Obviously, Brian Pillman was meant to wrestle Goldust. The winner got Marlena. Brian Pillman died. They replaced it with a match with minis, which I'm like, alright, fair enough, whatever. Vince was like, I hope this match cheers you up. So they kind of carried on for a bit. And then Ken Shamrock was like, look, I'm going to take an MMA fight. And I was like, oh, well, I can't really invest in you because you won't be here for the Royal Rumble then. You won't be here for WrestleMania. And he isn't. If he doesn't win this MMA fight, I will be fuming. So I was like, right, I will swap it to Brian Pillman. So, 1998 Royal Rumble. Pillman wins. Perfect. Very happy with Pillman. He's feuding with Shawn Michaels. To me, it kind of works, because Pillman's very similar to Austin. He's a loose cannon. Fits the bill. It gets close to WrestleMania, and I see that WCW have hired Mike Tyson. And I'm like, oh, no. But you can only have, like, a celebrity that big for 1-2 appearances. Easy. A couple of weeks go by. Mike Tyson's contract's done with WCW. But, because he's celebrity, he's like, oh, I don't want to be in WWF. I don't want to be back in wrestling for another year. Ooh, what's going on? This is Jonah Rock. Ah! What's going on with No Way Jose? No Way Jose's social media storm. I've been accused of bullying a young fan. WWE have taken the steps to protect themselves from any blowback by releasing a statement highlighting that the views of our employees on social media are not reflective of the company. Fair. Speaking of not reflective contracts, what's Luke Harper? Luke Harper? I've got Brody King's in WWE. Where is Luke Harper? Oh, as Harper. I forgot. Oh yeah, I forgot to change to Harper and Rowan. Just that's it done. Luke Harper. Where is he? Yeah, anyway, Mike Tyson won't. Written exclusive. 3 years. You don't have to do house shows. Jonah Rock, perfect. Let's bring you in. I'm not going to bring you in as Jonah, if I'm honest. Defiant have declared bankruptcy. Fair. Maybe I should have took them over. But I didn't really want a developmental out the USA. A lot of merchandise is upgrades. Caitlin's trying to wrestle one, of course she has. Is anyone else low in funds? So on a 23, that's fine. Oh. Yeah, I'll take them over. Yeah, we can just take over. Nice. Cool. So I'm going to completely rebrand Pro Wrestling Eve. Child companies? Nice. Change CEO. Let's put Cody. Alright. Jim Ross, do you want to do it? Settings. Where's restricted areas? Oh, it's off. Where's Jim Ross? Nice. Child companies. Change CEO. Let's make it JR. I can talk to workers, right? AEW. Nice. Okay. Why don't you want it? What if I change the product? Copy the core product of, I don't know, PWG. Wrestling Warfare. Base Hill Divide, no. Stables, managers. AI booking. Let's make it a modern western. So now that I've done that, would you like to do it? No. Okay. Jeff Jarrett, would you like to do it? I don't know if I've offered you it. No. Dreamer, would you like to do it? Sorry, on Tommy Dreamer running it. Adam Pearce works for NXT. And there's a lot of people that will do it. Status. Retired wrestler. Let's put Vince McMahon on it. Tom Pritchard. Nice. Tom Pritchard will do it. Yeah, that's fine with me. Change Booker. Cody, will you at least book it? No. Arn, will you at least book it? No. Chavo, will you book it? No. Daniels, John Bucket? No. Chuck Taylor, you're... Dustin. Cabana. Maybe Sakurai, you're... Oh, you're the owner of Booker, you won't do it. Jolie! Jolie! Jim Ross, John Bucket? Where's his Smothers, John Bucket? John run it. Nice. Company info. Let's just change it to... Do we have like a... Yes. I would like to relocate to the Mid-South, if possible. Oh, Grand Bolshoi. Cody will reject it anyway. So, roster. Blue Nikita, I'm just not going to use. You seem interesting. Charlie Evans, fair. Delilah back, yep. Dan Reed, I'm happy just to get rid of. Emi Sakura, of course. Emily Reed, happy to get rid of. Erin Angel. James R. Kennedy. Jamie Hayter, happy to keep. Some of these people just work for us, that's fine. Jetta. What's Jetta annoyed about? Fair. Jetta will keep you. Casey Owens, I like the look. Kaylee Ray. Chris Wolf, always happy with. Laura DiMatteo, I like. Leah Owens. That's fine. You're a tag team champion anyway. Livy Grace, I probably have no use for you. Madison Miles, again. Sato Mura, happy with. Millie McKenzie, we all like Millie McKenzie. Nicole Matthews, happy with. Rhea O'Reilly. Nothing for me. Sammy Jane, you are ICW Women's. So Viper, the world, if I check titles anyway. It's national, she won, that's funny. Roster, Trish Smothers, Tom Pritchard, Sky Stimson. Alright, that's happy. So roster's fine. Booking team. Emi Sakura I'd like to add. Tom Pritchard and Sato Omura. In a circle. We'll see how the roster goes. Roster, product schedule. Let's remove. Any way to remove all of them. Redo schedule. Clear current schedule. Monthly. Survival the Fit, yeah. Yeah, maybe let's remove this one. So these are annual. If we also, add a bi-weekly event. Add new event. Schedule. Every 2 weeks. About an hour and a half. But we can always change it. Numbered. First one is 1. That's fine. Save. Titles. Is it with an apostrophe? It's fine. But yeah, we'll keep them all. Pro Wrestling She-Won. It's a women's tournament. Held at Nightmare Survival of the Fittest. Yeah, women only. That's fine. Create title. Can you have 2 tournaments on the same show? We'll find out. It's an annual competition. It's a tournament held at... Number of the Beast. That's fine. Male. Save. Do they have primary, unrestricted, normal, normal, normal? Yeah. That's fine. I understand that's kind of like the she one's important. I am completely just changed up this company. Women's International, Nightmare Factory Women's. So if I create a title, just call it Nightmare Factory. Primary. Men. Event where possible, never, not often. That's fine. So, Nightmare Factory, tag team. Male. Secondary. That works. And then create a title. What is the international? Is that also secondary or is it tertiary? Secondary. Yeah, nice. These work. I don't think we've actually done bad. So, sorry, I feel like a lot of that was in silence for. I honestly couldn't think. Stables, clenched fist, that's fine. Product, or production. Semi-pro should be fine. Small should be fine. Broadcasting, semi-pro again. Music, let's get in-house. Broadcasting, maybe they can get their own. Sweet, yeah, happy with that. Happy with the Nightmare Factory. So, should we go through our roster? Alan Angels, he's debuted. Bowens hasn't debuted yet, so just send him to the Nightmare Factory. Same with the Go-Go. Same with Mac Caster. Bunch of people we could send down there. Nick Wayne. We could send the Seidel boys down there. Shanna, why hasn't she debuted? On maternity leave for the next 18 days. Fair. Send Blackwood down there. John Kasai for now we can send down there. Lance Archer we can send, but he is injured. Shanna will send there anyway. Caitlin, she's fine with us. Jonah, send away for now. And if we do gender, status, active wrestler. Is there anyone we're not quite actively using? Butcher the Blade, the Bunny we're using. Wait, what? Oh, fair. Sonny Kiss. We're not using too much right now. Riho, Cutie. Puff we could probably send away. Nicole Savoy I like. Melinda Liz. Mark Quinn. Kevin Bennett similarly. Debbie Bennett. This took up a whole like half an hour. See, some of these people I have plans for in my head. If someone can, well, if they're not getting used, they might as well go down there. So there's people like Tennille Dashwood. That's fine. Shazza McKenzie. City Gibbs right now. I can't remember. Riho, Priscilla Kelly isn't being used yet. I know Priscilla. Preston Vance. I can always recall these people up if I find a slot for them. I think Jamie Hayter, when was the last match? Did I say Jamie? Oh, it's a B Priestley. I will use Jamie here instead of B Priestley. Should Griff Garrison. Ethan Page can go down to the Nightmare Factory. Similarly with Danny Jordan. Similarly with Charlie Dempsey. Chelsea Green. Similarly with Brian Cage. Billy Starks. Big Bill at the moment. Big Bill I'll actually keep. Baby Allison, I'll always have room for you. Austin Gunn, you can go down. What are you talking, Billy Gunn? Hannah J. Andrew Everett. And a Baden for now. So now they actually have a roster. If we go to developmental, we got all these people in. Child companies, roster. That's a great picture of Brian Cage. They actually have a decent enough roster. So the Gun Club, any other teams that they can kind of throw together. Black Death, Twin Billing. Yeah, it's fine. So when's the next show? Schedule. Sunday the 8th of March. Tonight. Nice. First show. Let's boop and see how it goes. See, this is what we've been needing. I need somewhere to put everyone. Because I did just get rid of a bunch of people. Alright, how'd it go? Harper moves on. That's fine with me. Big E and Luke Gallows. Fastlane went down well. Xavier Woods defeated Big E to retain. Ronda Rousey retained. Oh, defeated Zelina in a match that would have been for the women's title. Kevin Owens defeated Bray Wyatt in a cage. Mickie James defeated Natalya in a ladder match. Oh, they're the world's greatest tag team. I kind of rate that. Rip Fowler defeated Brian Kendrick for the Cruiserweight title. Nice. So, Nightmare Factory 1 report. The small company outshone some of the bigger company's recent efforts. Matt Seidel put in the star performance. Let's see. Nightmare Factory 1. So, Brian Cage defeated Matt Seidel for the Nightmare Factory title. Very good. So, show got a 56. 66 people tuned in. Viper defeated Tennille Dashwood to retain the Nightmare Factory women's title. Kylie Ray defeated Sato Miura by DQ. An hour and a half seems fine for this. Priscilla Kelly and Sami Zayn defeated Clenched Fist. Miranda Relays and Chelsea Green defeated the Owen Twins for the Nightmare Factory Women's Tag Team titles. Nick Wayne, Sonny Kiss and Jonah defeated Charlie Dempsey, Kevin Bennett and Griff Garrison. Puff and Jun Kasai, which isn't a team I put together, defeated Matt Seidel and Anthony Bowens. Mike Seidel, sorry. Anna Jay defeated Charlie Evans. And on the pre-show, Casa defeated Garcia and Gunn defeated Ogogo. Harper's gone from WWE. Hopefully no one else kind of pursues him. Sweet. Sam, I know this took up a lot of time in the day. Or a lot of time for the stream. But I'm very happy we got a developmental. Because I needed somewhere to put all of the wrestlers that we had. And you know, I'm happy with Tom Pritchard and Tracy Smothers. Independently, I like them both a lot, so all's good. Like, how if Cody wouldn't go there? Bastard, man. Cody was always a WWE guy, wasn't he? Like, there was no chance he was never going back to WWE. Perfect. So what's this? It's got James Mitchell, that's fine. Heel to the main roster. Yeah, apply gimmick. Jonah, once we brought up, that's fine. Jonah will be brought up, just not right now. Yeah, anyway, my 1996 save. Steve Austin just returned at WrestleMania. I did have to edit his stats a little bit because he probably would have wrestled for another year, then retired from the injuries after breaking his neck. I don't understand that one, but it's fine. Our show was held. AEW Dynamite 24. Yeah, Steve Austin just made his return at WrestleMania. I have been quite early running the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. So the first winner was Razor Ramon. Then he almost instantly went to WCW. Then it was Brian Pillman. Because I don't think he did. I think he was injured that WrestleMania after the car crash. The first one. And then obviously this one. So that one, I think Steve Austin was doing bits of that WrestleMania and Pillman was in the Battle Royale. This one, Steve Austin's in the Battle Royale and Pillman was in the main event. So I don't know what I'm going to do with Pillman now that Austin's back. He might take... The Patriot has took Ken Shamrock's role. So I might swap Pillman. I had to find a way to get the title on Pillman. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, the title on Austin. No one gets the night off. Daly's Place, happy with that. Booking team meeting, all seems good. Locker room incidents. DDP ran some drills for 3 people. MGF ran them for 5. Tommy Dreamer and Hager got on. Marco Stunt and Janela had an argument. Cutler and Jamie Hayter went out travel buddies. Kazarian and Angels get on well. MGF's annoyed. Fenix is annoyed. T-Hawk's annoyed. I'm just going to get rid of you, T-Hawk, eventually. So we straight away have an AEW Dynamite opening. It's a little hype pre-tape video. 1 minute. Mid stars: Jericho, Cody, Mox, Omega. Stars themselves are MGF, very good. Darby, Dustin, Hangman, The Bucks, Pac, Penta, and Fenix. And it can be improvised. So Dynamite opens up with Tony Schiavone interviewing Adam Page. The Bucks are also standing by. Hangman says tonight his partner will be a surprise, as he wouldn't ask either of the Bucks. Tony, is it Tony Schiavone? Yeah. Hangman's cutting a promo. Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson on character development. 3 minutes. It's a backstage interview. It was pre-taped. Please note that what? Oh, Hangman. Got the promo. Nice. We then open with Ortiz against Cody Rhodes. Jake Roberts is shown arriving in the crowd with Lance Archer. Ortiz rolls over to reverse the hold, but Cody rolls back and Ortiz taps. So Cody Rhodes wins at ringside. Let's do James Mitchell. And we can call up Jonah. At ringside, Jonah. James Mitchell and Jonah seen arriving in the crowd. Ortiz, Cody, James, and Jonah. 2 minutes should do. Oh, Alex John. Let me see the full thing, I can't see it. Alex Johnson 215. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much, and I hope the pop-up popped up. If not, something's going wrong. I couldn't tell you what it is. Book. Nice. I hope you're having a lovely day, Alex, as you have just made mine. Santana attacks Cody with a slapjack, but Arn gets in the ring and gets between he and Cody. Matt Jackson and Kenny Omega hit the ring as Proud and Powerful retreat. And saves. It didn't need. Nice! I appreciate that. I appreciate you telling me. I can never see it myself. I talk about my second monitor regularly, but I need it back. It would make my life so much easier. I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. And saves Cody from a post-match beatdown. As Matt and Kenny hit the ring. Wonder why not Nick, or is Nick still not really cleared to wrestle? I think Kenny's here. I don't know. Arn, Cody, Matt Jackson, and I know why we are leading to this. Kenny Omega, Ortiz, and Santana. So we make this about, 3 minutes. And then Chris Jericho appears on the screen with Sammy Guevara and Jake Hager. He says they may have gotten the upper hand, but he reminds them that Inner Circle is putting AEW on notice, and at Blood and Guts, they will beat the hell out the Elite. Jericho says that the Elite may be wondering where Nick Jackson is, and he says they ran into him in the hallway, and he probably has a headache, to show Nick Jackson laid out on the floor, trapped under a door. Nick Jackson is shown being taken away in an ambulance before the break. Jericho interrupts and says, "It seems Nick Jackson is missing." He is shown beaten down backstage. Nice, that works. So we have Chris Jericho. We can just do everyone because they're on the screen. Everyone else in the ring. Jericho, Santana, Ortiz, Sammy, Jake Hager, and then we have Cody, Kenny, Nick, and Matt. I'm happy for this to be 5 minutes overall backstage. Perfect. Job is a good one, job is a good one. Let me just set Chona's manager to be James Mitchell. Was Jonah released by NXT? Released? Has Jonah never gone to NXT? Seems not. So we have Chris Statlander and Akira Shida against Nyla Rose and Bea Priestley. We don't have Bea Priestley. Where is she? NXT? Oh no. I feel like we just never hired her. Stardom. Yeah, I guess we just never did. That's fine. I'm happy to do Jamie Hayter. I don't necessarily mind too much for Bea Priestley. So it's Chris Statlander and Shida against Nyla, and we can. I'm happy to do Baby. I was going to do Jamie Hayter, but I'm very happy to do Baby Allison. 10 minutes. Who wins? Statlander tosses Priestley to the floor, then eats a lariat from Rose. Rose grabs Shida as Priestley climbs to the top. Rose goes for a beast bomb, but Shida counters with a Hurricane Rana and then a suplex on Priestley. Fair play, put the names together. Off the top. Rose destroys Shida with a spear and then a beast bomb for the pin. It's an easy Nyla Rose win. No wonder she's women's champion. Book, happy with that. 10 minutes. Priestley attacks Rose after the match and holds up the AEW title before retreating. Allison attacks Rose post-match, poses with the AEW Women's title. Nice. Let's just do Baby Allison. I guess we're adding her to the storyline. Yeah. Who's in it? Where's Chris Statlander? Do we have a separate... King Kong. This is a separate... I think this one can end. Nyla Rose, Akira Shida, Riho. So if we add Chris Statlander and Baby Allison. Nice. I don't know what Brandy Rhodes' gimmick is in life. But yeah, she can figure out what she's doing in AEW before I do. So we need Baby Allison, Nyla, Chris, and Shida. 2 minutes in the ring, scripted. Jobs are good. Chris Daniels mocks the Dark Order's recruitment videos. He suggests the only people that gain from the Dark Order's help are Stu Great and Evil Uno. Daniels challenges Uno and Grayson singles matches to prove there is no Exalted One. I also need Matt Hardy soon. So Christopher Daniels cutting a promo on Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. Just like 2 minutes backstage. We then have the Butcher and the Blade and MGF against Jurassic Express. I don't know where anyone is. The Butcher and the Blade with MGF against Jungle, Lucha, and Marco. This one can probably be the Wild Brawl. Ali distracts the referee and Blade shoves Jungle Boy off the top. Wardlow throws Lucha into the ring steps and MJF locks Marco in the salt of the earth for the submission. MJF Victor, specifically Marco stunt as the loser. Nice. Darby Allin is shown wearing a Chris Jericho mask as he zips up what looks to be a mannequin or something with a Sammy Guevara mask in it onto a body bag, and he drags it with a truck. Couldn't have butchered that any worse. Darby Allin calls out Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. That's fine. We'll put them in body bags. Body badges. Complete difference there. Darby cut a promo on Sammy and Jericho. I don't know, like a minute outside broadcast. It's a pre-tape video. Britt Baker comes out for an interview with Shivani. Big Swole interrupts her and says she's all talk. Swole reminds her that she is married and Baker tosses her coffee in Swole's face. Oh, Rockwow. The best views are on streamboo.com. Remove the space. Baker comes out, but Swole interrupts her. Says people only care about her husband. There we go. Then we got like Adam Cole chants. I reckon we could just, if Britt Baker's already in this, we could also just add Big Swole. So Tony Schiavone is the interviewer. So Britt cutting a promo with Big Swole. In the ring, 3-minute interview. Next up, we have Death Triangle against Private Party and Joey Janela. So Pac, Penta, and Rey Fenix against Mark, Isaiah, and Joey. This can again. Oh, I see Orange Cassidy. Oh no, I don't. Everyone's just wearing glasses. This can be steal the show. Janela goes to the top and hits a flying elbow drop. Lucha Brothers throw Private Party into the apron. Fenix hits a springboard cutter on Janela after Pentagon kicked him. Lucha Brothers hit the Fear Factor stroke Ghetto Stomp combo, and Fenix hits the Tompe con Guido onto Private Party on the outside. Pac hits the Black Arrow on Janela for the win. Pac, steal the show. Nice. Death Triangle put Private Party and Janela into a triple submission. Death Triangle put Joey and Private Party into a triple submission until Best Friends save. So just Pac, Penta, Rey Fenix, and then we'll just do Chuck Trent and OC. Backstage, a pissed off Dustin Rhodes says he's tired of the Inner Circle thinking they can run the place, and he's going to be Adam Page's partner tonight. Dustin Rhodes is pissed at Inner circle, trying to run place, and will be Hangman's Pie. Partner. Dustin cutting a promo with Hangman, and I will just do Chris Jericho. 3 minutes, scripted. Backstage though. The rules for Blood and Guts are announced as typical war games. Moxley talks about the beatdown last week and says the only thing he will say is he isn't feeling well. Moxley says that he challenged everyone, and if they wanted his title, to come get it. Moxley talks about Jake Hager and says he hits harder than anyone. He says the Inner Circle tried to end his career and they almost succeeded, but they didn't. He says that the Inner Circle are as smart as they think they are, they should be scared. I don't know, it's just Moxley's not bad. John Moxley says the Inner Circle are too focused on the Elite, and he's coming for them. That makes it a little easier. John cutting a promo on Jake, Sammy, Santana, Ortiz, and the Bubbly Man. I like that meme got into normie culture. That kind of makes me happy when little wrestling things break into that. Perfect, and then we have our main event of Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho against... Guevara, Chris Jericho, and Jake Hager against... Devin Ellis Page. I think it's just a tag match. When there's like 50 different managers, I can never work out who's who. Hangman and Dustin. Perfect. This match can be about 20-ish minutes. Pac hits Guevara and sets him up for the buckshot lariat, but Jericho pulls him off the apron and slams him into the barricade. Jericho tries to toss Page back into the ring, but he bounces off the ropes and clotheslines Jericho. In the ring, Rhodes hits an American Destroyer and Page connects with the buckshot lariat for the pin. 21 should do. Hangman Page goes over to make the storyteller match. Inner Circle attack Page and Rhodes after the match. Omega hits the ring, but the Inner Circle beat him down too. Jericho hits the Judas effect on him. Cody runs out and gets laid out too. Inner Circle attempt to powerbomb Page off the stage, but Mac Jackson runs out with a chair and lays out Jericho. He super kicks Private Party. Page locks eyes with Jackson, and then Jackson flips him off. Jericho then kills both of them with chair shots to the face. Fair. The Elite save Hangman and Dustin from a post-match beatdown. Matt flips off Adam. They both get hit. Matt flips off Adam and they both get taken down. That won't fit. And they both get jumped. That might fit. Ah! Matt flips off Adam. I feel weird calling Adam. They both get jumped. They both get jupe. Nice. 5 minutes should do. All the boys. Hangman. Matt Jackson. No, Nick Jackson. Kenny. Cody. Dustin. And then just all of the Elite. All the Inner Circle, sorry. Jericho. Santana. See, I love AEW. I genuinely do. Quite like wrestling. All of these, it's too much like stable warfare sometimes. Jake Hager, that's fine. Nice. We don't need a Bill Morrissey match this show. But instead we can stick Britt Baker over Caitlyn. That's fine with me. And we can do a little tag match. Oh, nice, Dark Order, recognizable now. Private Party probably need to be further up. They can probably get a win over Strong Hearts, since I imagine I'm going to let Strong Hearts' contract expire when it comes to it. This is where they're both on like handshakes. I don't know. Don't know how to check. Roster Seamer? Is that how I do that? Yeah. 900 expires on Friday 2020. That's fine. T-Hawk, August. Who's the other one? T-Hawk, Seamer, and Stables. Strong Hearts. El Lindemann, that's who it is. Oh, he's good. He's going first. That's fine. Yeah, let's run the show. Happy with that. A decent pre-show match. Baker defeated Caitlyn in 12-16 by submission with a lockjaw. Private Party defeated Strong Heart when Isaiah submitted Seamer. AEW Dynamite opening. Hangman says tonight his partner will be a surprise, as he wouldn't ask either of the Bucks. Cody defeated Ortiz in 12-39 by pinfall with a crossroads. And James Mitchell and Jonah are seen arriving in the crowd. Arn saves Cody from a post-match beatdown as Matt and Kenny hit the ring. Jericho interrupts and says it seems Nick Jackson is missing, as he's shown beaten down backstage. In a bout which had subpar wrestling and little heat, Nyla Rose and Baby Allison defeated Statlander and Shida when Nyla submitted Statlander with a camel crutch. Allison attacked Rose post-match and poses with the AEW title. Daniels challenges Uno and Grayson to a singles match to prove there is no exalted one. In a poor wild brawl, MJF and the Butcher and the Blade defeated Jurassic Express when MJF pinned Marco Stunt with a double cross. Darby calls out Guevara and Chris Jericho, says he'll put them in body bags, or insinuates. Baker comes out but Swole interrupts her. Swole says people only care about her husband. In a decent match, DT defeated Janela in Private Party. Oh, I went to scratch my back and I've definitely just cut myself with my nail. Pac pinned Isaiah with a black arrow. Death Triangle put Joey and Private Party into triple submissions until the best dudes save. Dustin is pissed at the Inner Circle trying to run this place and will be Hangman's partner tonight. Mox says the Inner Circle are too focused on the Elite, and he's coming for them. Then, in our main event, which had good heat and decent wrestling, Paige and Dustin defeated the Inner Circle when Hangman pinned... I need to stop reading so fast. When Hangman pinned Guevara with a Buckshot Lariat. The Elite save Hangman and Dustin from a post-match beatdown. Matt flips off Adam, and they both get jumped. 11 regions, 76, happy with that. Got some pop-up, all seems good. I will say one thing about my new headphones. They're really good. I can't really hear anything that's going on outside life when I have them on. My ears ache. That's the problem. But they're alright actually running, so I'll be happy with that. Alright, I want to sim forward to Sunday. Better read ahead. AEW Dynamite Day. What is it? 18 March 2020. So I'll fully call up Jonah anyway. The Exalted One to be revealed. This episode of Dynamite that is surely to be the strangest in AEW's brief history Opens up with Cody standing alone in the ring. He talks about the recent events to put things into perspective. Cody asks 3 of the best wrestlers to put aside their differences. Cody says he needs the elite to be the elite. All that jazz. The vignette hypes up Death Triangle. Shivani interviews MJF and Sean Spears. Got Lucha Brothers against Best Friends. Shivani interviews Best Friends. Penelope Ford with Kip Saban takes on Rio and Statlander and Shida. Cabana calls himself the Bruce Springsteen of AEW. John Moxley cuts a promo. Butcher and Blade take on Jurassic Express. Yada yada yada. Dark Order make their way to the ring. Uno says the rest of the Dark Order will see what he sees. A man in a robe is shown. And it's Brody Lee. There is no way they could have made that as good as it would have been with a crowd, but they promised the Exalted One will be revealed tonight, and the delivery was excellent. We then get the Inner Circle against the Elite. Yada yada yada. Jericho says he's banning all fans from future AEW events. I guess a drone appears in the arena. Jackson says they won't have the numbers advantage because he had to call an order. He had to call a friend who owes him a favour, and then Matt Hardy's here. That's how we get Matt Hardy in the AEW as well. So it's nice we have Brody Lee and Matt Hardy. Contracts. So that means that you get Matt Hardy. Boop. And now we need to sign him for next week. They always take like a little longer, so it's going to be annoying when we don't. That's not the end of the world. Negotiate. Exclusive written. 3 years should do. Be whatever is needed. I'm happy with events and ATV shows. If we go edit, in-game editor, workers. Matt Hardy can't stay away. God. Why is he like that? Did he get injured? Let's go 70s. Attributes. We might also need to hire Jeff. What did I hire Matt for? 3 years? Yeah. Let's also bring in Jeff. Because if Matt can't wrestle, then we need his brother. You don't have to work out shows. Did anything happen to Matt Hardy? So his last match was against Mr. Stone on SmackDown. Did he get injured? Yeah, Jesus Christ. So he got chronic knee pain and was out for a bit. Then he got a mild concussion. Straight after it was brought back. Then hyperextended his knee. And just 3 injuries in a row, just instantly retired. Fair. Alright. What is your issue? What if I give you, I don't know, 50? Nice, you're happy. Tommy Dreamer. I'm just going to send you to the... In fact, just don't need you. Ugh. Alright, let your contract run out. Ongoing contract, it does not have an expiry date. Contracts. Tommy D. How do I get it to end? I'll just release you. And I'll give Taz some money. There you go, Taz. Now you're happy. Phoenix. Now you're happy. Nice. Everyone's happy. What do I want to do? I want to go to Sunday if possible. Nice. 3 days advance. It's a good job we checked that, or I would have not tried to get the Hardys. I can't believe he just got injured multiple times in a row. How's Ron Killings doing these days? Like, he came back, and I'm just wondering, like, did it have that big of an effect that people hoped? Also, is anyone looking forward to Yohei against Hiromu? I know I am. Is it Hiromu and who else went independent? Desperado? Or was it Nato that went independent? So it's Saturday now. We have Big Brody Lee, heel main roster. Yes. Oh, yeah, it's fine. Jack Evans is now back. What's going on, mouse? Matt Hardy's gone from WWE. He wants to be called up. So let's simulate 1 day and then see. I just want to see the Nightmare Factory. And then I'll just kind of sim forward to the next show and pray that both Hardys are willing to work. I was terrified to ask Matt to try and come out of retirement because I felt the answer's going to be no. God, this sim. What is it that the sim that takes lifetime? Is it too many companies? Here we go. Went up against PWG. That's not great. Casey Owens is going on maternity leave. No wonder she lost the title. I don't see Nightmare Factory. Is it Sundays? Oh, it's bi-weekly. Ooh, that's fine. Alright, sim. Alright. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it all beyond belief. Thanks, Alex Johnson 215 for the follow. I do appreciate it. It means the world. If you ever want to catch any more of these streams, they're all uploaded to YouTube. It's Dan Miguel. Man Myth Miguel. Stay safe, look after each other. Have a lovely day. Thank you very much. Appreciate you all.